Hello, my darlings. Happiest of birthdays to the April 9th Aries babies out there. We're going to check in here and see what card is coming up for the day. It might not be April 9th where you are when this gets posted. You might not see it on April 9th. So this is just for the next 24 hours whenever you happen to catch this video. Oh, we already had this yesterday. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your card of the day for April 9th. Happy birthday to the April 9th babies out there. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up for the next 24 hours for all those drawn to this video. Whether you find it on the 9th or on another day, this is going to be for the next 24 hours from whenever you happen to catch this message. So the card that's coming up here is the Death card. Now, I know that this seems like a scary card. I'm going to move you off a little closer here. I know the Death card seems like a scary card, and a lot of decks have it looking in a very scary kind of way. Let's adjust the lighting. All right, much better. Yeah, I know it's a scary looking card in general. Decks always have the Death card looking really intense and really scary, and it freaks a lot of people out. I love the Death card, and I'm not just saying that as a Scorpio who's partial to it, but it is a card of new beginnings. It's putting an end to the old ways. And we had the Tower recently, and I was talking about how the Tower is a cosmic prison break, like the end of something that's holding us back. Typically the Tower is a very sudden end. But with the Death card, you know, like it's something that like it's time for this now, right? It's run its course. It's time for something else. It's time for a change of direction. So this is a card that comes up in terms of permanent change and new beginnings. But usually it's like when we are aware that it's time for a change or a shift. As I said, this card is associated with the astrological sign of Scorpio. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio coming into your life that's going to be significant in some way, whether it's in your spiritual journey or in matters of business or work or a soulmate, whatever it may be. There could be a significant a past life contract, soul contract with a Scorpio when the Death card comes up. If you have a Scorpio placement, there can be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life or in those houses. This is a major arcana card. So the major arcana cards are always going to come up when we're in a new chapter. It's a significant time in our life. It's a defining time. It's a defining time period. So even though I'm setting the intention for the next 24 hours, chances are the things that are happening for you all in the next 24 hours are setting a chain of events into motion that are going to bring about big changes and rebirth for a lot of us. And it makes sense because we are in the energy of the astrological new year. And this is a time coming into the spring. You know, everybody is wanting that new feeling, that new life, that everything blooming, everything blossoming. So for a lot of us, our hearts may be opening up right now, and maybe we're more in tune with what our heart is calling for or what our heart is desiring. I do feel there may be a lot of heart chakra opening up happening for a lot of people. I know me personally, over the past few weeks, I've been experiencing a lot of heart chakra opening. And so some of you, let me know in the comments if you've been noticing that about yourself. If you're going through all the little, telltale symptoms of a heart chakra activity. But I'm feeling just a sense here of like laying to rest all that no longer serves you. Okay? And because the Death card is associated with the astrological sign of Scorpio. I said this once in a reading in the past, and somebody in the comments like totally was like, "You don't know what you're talking about." But if you look it up, you will find it. Scorpio is sometimes referred to as the phoenix rising of the zodiac, and it is associated with the mythology of the phoenix bird. Okay, the bird that crashes and then comes back to life and bursts out of the ashes, this, glowing bird of fire. It's an energy of renewal. It's an energy of like reinventing oneself, coming back better, coming back bigger, coming back stronger. And a lot of you have heard me say Scorpio dies 1,000 deaths in a single lifetime. And so some of you have been going through some challenges, some hard times. Even if you're not a Scorpio, you're going to be tapping into that energy of rejuvenation and rebirth and coming back better and coming back stronger, right? Like titanium, So you're going to find that some of you are going to be moving forward into life more fearlessly. You have faith in yourself. You have trust in yourself that there's nothing that life is going to throw at you that you can't flow through, that you can't work with. So there's a sense here of new beginnings. I also see this card come up sometimes when you may be changing the way that you're even like making your living. Okay, there could be a sense here that you're never going to go back to doing what you were doing again. So if you are someone that you've made some changes and you're thinking, oh, maybe I'm gonna, just because you might be nervous about money or something, you might be thinking about going back to an old job or going back to an old line of work. The death card would come up to say, no, you're not going back to the old job or the old line of work. That's done. There's also a sense of ego death with this card, when you may be shutting off the programming, the labels, all of the training, I guess, that has been put on you from a young age, and going back to the authentic self, discovering really what you want, really who you are, and realizing that a lot of the things you thought you wanted, you don't want. You were just conditioned or taught to want those things. But at the end of the day, you're like, no, that's not what my heart wants. That's not what my heart desires. So a lot of you may be coming into a time where you're going within, self-reflecting, going over your life in your mind, in your memories, and really understanding what you've been searching for and what you thought was going to give it to you, and realizing now at this point really what you want and how you're going to go about getting it. I also feel that some of you maybe have been struggling with some lifelong issues, right? And maybe you thought that you were never going to get a handle on it. But I feel like something is happening right now where you're going to get a handle on it. You're overcoming it, right? So if you've had issues with relationships your whole life and you've just been like, I just can't seem to fix it, I just can't seem to get a handle on it, I feel like you're finally getting a handle on it. You're getting to the heart of it. You're getting to the root of it, and you're able to heal it, to correct it, so that it's not, slowing you down or interfering with your life and your relationships anymore. Or there could be some other self-medicating habit that maybe you had, that you're going to be able to finally get to the heart of it, to the issue of it, and be able to heal it or be able to release it. I'm going to say this. The death card, gosh, this is making me sad. The death card typically is symbolic. It doesn't represent literal death, right? Some tarot readers say it never means death until it does, which is kind of like a dark joke. But typically, the majority of the time, this is not literal death. And I don't predict death. However, you guys have heard me say this. If something is coming in, I have to say it. I'm not allowed to edit the messages that are coming in. Gosh. So if you are a Scorpio, or not a Scorpio, I'm sorry. If you are a person who's been on a very deep healing path for a very long time, if you consider yourself to be what we sometimes refer to as the wounded healer, right? The type of people that are born into this lifetime, into this particular reincarnation to break out of family cycles, generational curses. You may be very intuitive, you may be an empath, and you may have been born with the pains and the traumas and the issues of your ancestors. And so you have had a much more deeper journey in your spiritual connection, in your healing. You may be very active in healing work, in spiritual work. You may be in the trenches, so to speak, and you may have encountered certain karmic interactions, okay? And you know, if this applies to you, this resonates to you. What I'm describing already resonates to you. But some of you may have like a spiritual karmic person in your past that maybe you see as like a nemesis, or somebody who came in and like nearly destroyed you, or you feel they came in to distract you from your path, or to keep you from being able to do good or reaching people. But still, there may be compassion and affection on your end, even if there may not be contact. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be, for some of you, a parent who was really messed up, and maybe you just kind of, as you got older, distanced yourself from. But it would just be someone who you realized you have to get away from this person before they destroy you, but you at the same time feel that soul connection. You may be receiving word that this person has passed away. I know my messages don't normally get that dark or that specific, but I have found over time that when I do get messages like that, people are glad that I share them, because some people do end up messaging me later and saying that totally happened, or that's totally happening right now. I do want to say this for those of you who are experiencing the passing of like a karmic nemesis. I would say the next, few days, just keep yourself grounded, and know and understand that you may be helping this person to cross over. Okay, there may be visitations. There may be this person trying to get forgiveness or whatever. Like, they may be worried about the afterlife. So, just do whatever you can on your end to forgive, to release, to send this person into the light with love. I don't want you to freak out, because I feel like this is only going to apply to certain people that they're on a very specific spiritual path. Like, you're already on this path. You may have made a lot of sacrifices for this path. You may have sacrificed friendships, family relationships, even love life. You may have had partners who are like, I don't know, the spiritual stuff is kooky. I don't believe in it. I don't agree with it. And you may have just been like, for whatever reason, I just feel really led to do this, and I have to keep doing this. And so you may have turned down opportunities for your spiritual work. So this is the level of the journey, okay, that would apply to the message would apply to people who are like on that level of a journey, right? Like, you're committed, you're all in, you're doing this work. You may kind of see yourself as a bit of a hermit. You've kind of maybe just resigned to doing the work you feel called to do, and everything else is just gonna happen however it's meant to happen. So not all people are on that particular path. So this sadder message is for the people who are on that particular path. So I don't want the majority of you hearing it to freak out, or to get worried, or to get scared. Okay? But know that for those of you who are on the very deep path, this is a part of your Phoenix rising. This is a part of your new beginning. This is, oh gosh, this has to happen for you to be released from all of the sticky energy that has lingered over time or over the years as a result of this interaction. And I feel you will have the option to make a decision whether or not you will ever repeat another lifetime with this person again. I feel the majority of you will decide not to. As difficult as that might be, as there may still be compassion and sympathy and love for this person, you may make the decision that you never, ever, ever want to have another reincarnation with them ever again. That's a heavy message. But for some of you, that is what's happening, that's bringing you into this new energy, into this new life, into this rebirth. Okay? But I'm telling you, I know the death card scares people, but it always leads to a new beginning, and that phoenix bird on fire rising from the ashes. Speaking of Phoenix, for those of you who don't know, June 18th, I'm going to be doing a tarot workshop in Phoenix, Arizona, where I'm going to be teaching the meaning of the cards, how to read tarot, how to read tarot intuitively, how to strengthen your intuition. I'll go over scrying. I'll go over the business aspect of tarot. Those of you who want to have a tarot business and who want to do tarot full time, I'll be giving each and every single person their own deck of cards to keep and a workbook to keep that I'm putting together. And spaces are limited. I know it's a ways away, but spaces are limited. And I can't guarantee they'll give me a bigger space or that they'll let me have another day. So I can't guarantee that once it's sold out that I can add or that I can make room for more people. So people have begun booking. Those of you who have booked, I'm excited to see you. I'm excited to have this experience with you all. But if you're interested in signing up for that, the link is in the description of this video, and it will take you to my Calendly page, and you can get a little bit more information about the event. If you have questions, feel free to email me. If you have questions about the event, or if there's anything you want me to specifically cover in the workshop, your feedback is more than welcome. amethystangelite@gmail.com. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, link is in the description of the video to do that. Love readings for April are linked in the description. Weekly forecasts, even though we're at the end of the week, are linked in the description of the video. And then tomorrow's card of the day, I will link the weekly forecasts for April 11th through the 17th, although those are already posted on my channel. I don't have them linked in the description for the 11th to the 17th, but if you click on the video tab, if you go to my channel, like you click on Amethyst Angelite where my face is, where it says Amethyst Angelite, and then you click on the top where it says videos, you should see all of the weekly forecasts for April 11th through 17th. But I'll put them in a playlist soon, and I'll link them soon. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, my darlings. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all in tomorrow's card of the day. Take care and be well.